Your joints are grinding bone on bone right now, and you're drinking the exact thing that's making it worse. There's a smoothie that literally re-lubricates your joints in 72 hours. But the reason it works has nothing to do with what you think is causing your stiffness. And the #1 ingredient most people add to their morning smoothie is actively dissolving your cartilage while you sleep. Here's what's actually happening inside your knees right now. Your synovial fluid, that's the slippery stuff between your bones, it's supposed to be thick, gel-like. Think of it like the oil in your car engine, but yours has turned into water, literally. And every time you stand up, sit down, or climb stairs, you're grinding metal on metal, except it's bone on bone. And unlike metal, bone sends pain signals. The reason it happened isn't age, it's not genetics. It's because your body stopped producing hyaluronic acid at the rate it used to. And nobody told you that sugar, even natural fruit sugar in massive doses, actually blocks the enzymes that build that fluid back up. So that green smoothie you're drinking every morning with 3 bananas, a cup of mango, and apple juice, it's not healing you. It's dehydrating your joints from the inside. The symptom is obvious. You feel creaky when you wake up. You avoid squatting down to pick things up. You hear clicking sounds when you move. That's not normal aging. That's fluid starvation. Think of your joints like a water balloon. When it's full, you can squeeze it and it bounces back. When it's half empty, it crumples. That's your knee right now, crumpled. But here's the part that changes everything. And what you're about to hear is the exact opposite of what every fitness influencer is telling you to drink. Mistake #1, you're overdosing on fruit. I know, you've been told fruit is healthy, and it is, in the amount your ancestors ate it, which was seasonally, not 4 servings blended into liquid every single morning. When you liquefy fruit, you remove the fiber barrier that slows sugar absorption. Your blood sugar spikes, your pancreas dumps insulin, and insulin, in chronic high levels, triggers an inflammatory cascade that directly attacks your joint linings. Inside your body right now, that inflammation is sending immune cells to your knees, your hips, your fingers. They're supposed to heal damage, but when they show up every single day because of the sugar spike, they start attacking healthy tissue. That's why your joints swell. That's why they hurt more in the morning. Your body spent all night fighting the smoothie you thought was healing you. The long-term consequence is cartilage degradation. Cartilage doesn't grow back. Once it's gone, you're looking at bone spurs, chronic pain, and eventually joint replacement. Your body reacts very differently than you think when it sees liquid sugar.
So what actually lubricates your joints in 3 days? Collagen peptides, hyaluronic acid precursors, omega-3s in the right ratio. And this is where most people get it wrong. They buy collagen powder and dump it in their coffee, but collagen needs vitamin C to activate. It needs glycine to build the scaffolding, and it needs to be consumed away from high-sugar environments, or your body prioritizes storing fat over rebuilding tissue. The human WD-40 smoothie works because it combines all of this in one shot, and it tastes like nothing you'd expect. Here's what's in it. Bone broth as the base, not almond milk, not oat milk, bone broth, because it's loaded with glycine, proline, and actual collagen from dissolved connective tissue. You need 8 ounces of it. Then you add half a cucumber, not for flavor, for silica. Silica is a mineral that rebuilds the mesh-like structure inside your cartilage. Almost nobody checks this, but low silica levels correlate directly with joint breakdown. Then 1 tablespoon of grass-fed gelatin, not the Jell-O kind, pure gelatin. This is pre-broken down collagen. It absorbs in 30 minutes and goes straight to your synovial fluid production. Then a 1/4 cup of frozen blueberries, not a full cup, a 1/4. Just enough for the anthocyanins, which are potent anti-inflammatory compounds, but not enough sugar to trigger the insulin problem. Then 1 tablespoon of flaxseed oil, not chia seeds, not hemp seeds, flaxseed oil, because it has the highest concentration of alpha-linolenic acid, which your body converts into the exact omega-3s that reduce joint inflammation. Then a pinch of turmeric and a crack of black pepper. The piperine in black pepper increases curcumin absorption by 2,000%. Without it, turmeric is almost useless. This sounds healthy, but it's not what influencers are selling you. Now here's the part that flips everything you think you know about joint health. The reason your joints hurt isn't because they're damaged, it's because they're dry. And the reason they're dry isn't because you're not drinking enough water, it's because your body is prioritizing water for your brain, your heart, your kidneys. Your joints are last on the list. And when you flood your system with sugar, your kidneys have to work overtime filtering it out, which pulls even more water away from your joints. So every time you drink a sugary smoothie, you're actively dehydrating the one place you're trying to heal. That's the contradiction nobody talks about. Here's what happens when you drink this smoothie every morning for 3 days. Day 1. The collagen peptides hit your bloodstream. Your body recognizes them as building blocks and starts shuttling them to areas of micro damage. You won't feel anything yet, but your fibroblasts, the cells that build connective tissue, are waking up. Day 2. Your synovial fluid starts thickening. Not dramatically, but enough that the grinding sensation when you move decreases by about 20%. You might notice you can stand up from a chair without bracing yourself. That's not placebo, that's actual fluid volume increasing. Day 3. The omega-3s have reduced localized inflammation enough that your pain receptors stop firing as frequently. You'll notice it most in the morning. That stiffness when you first wake up, it's cut in half. This is where most people get it wrong. They stop at 3 days. They feel better and go back to their old smoothie. And within a week, the grinding comes back. Mistake number 2, you're drinking this at the wrong time. Collagen absorption peaks when your stomach is empty. If you drink this smoothie after breakfast, after coffee, after anything else, the digestive enzymes are already busy breaking down other proteins. Your collagen gets treated like regular food. It doesn't get prioritized for joint repair. You need to drink this first thing in the morning, before coffee, before anything else, on a completely empty stomach. Wait 30 minutes, then eat normally. Almost nobody checks this, but the difference in absorption is 40% higher on an empty stomach versus after a meal. Your body reacts very differently than you think when nutrients arrive in isolation versus in combination. Let's be honest, this smoothie tastes like savory soup. It's not sweet, it's not Instagram-worthy. It's bone broth and cucumber and gelatin. It's thick, it's earthy, it's weird. And that's exactly why it works. The smoothies that taste like milkshakes are the ones keeping you inflamed because they're built for dopamine, not healing. Your taste buds are wired to crave sugar, but your joints don't care what you crave. They need building blocks, not pleasure hits. If you can't stomach it straight, add a tiny bit of stevia. Not honey, not agave. Stevia, 0 glycemic impact. But don't mask it with fruit. The second you do, you're back to the inflammation loop. Here's the insight that changes everything. Your joints don't age the way you think they do. Cartilage breakdown isn't linear, it's exponential. For the first 40 years of your life, you lose about 1% of your cartilage per year, barely noticeable. Then, around age 50, the degradation curve spikes. You start losing 3 to 5% per year. And once you hit a critical threshold, around 60% cartilage loss, pain becomes constant. But here's the secret. That spike isn't inevitable. It only happens if you've been running a chronic inflammation loop for decades. The sugar, the seed oils, the stress hormones, they all compound. And the window to reverse it is smaller than you think. Once you lose 70% of your cartilage, supplementation doesn't work anymore. You're too far gone. The tissue can't rebuild. That's why this smoothie isn't just about feeling better now. It's about stopping the exponential curve before it starts. Most people never notice it until it's too late. And now, the #1 mistake that silently ruins your joints faster than anything else. You're eating inflammatory oils at every single meal.
Canola oil, vegetable oil, soybean oil.
They're in your salad dressing, your mayonnaise, your restaurant food, your protein bars, and every single one of them has an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio that's destroying your joint linings. Your body needs omega-6s, but in a 1-to-1 ratio with omega-3s. The modern Western diet gives you a 20-to-1 ratio. Some people are running 40-to-1. And omega-6 in excess converts directly into arachidonic acid, which is the precursor molecule for the most powerful inflammatory compounds your body makes. These compounds attack your synovial membrane, they thin your cartilage, they trigger pain signals, and no amount of collagen or hyaluronic acid can overcome them if you're still pouring seed oils on your food every day. Why most people never notice it is because the pain builds slowly. You don't connect the salad dressing you had at lunch with the knee pain you feel 3 hours later. But your immune system does. It's tracking every molecule. And here's the brutal truth. Fixing your smoothie, adding collagen, drinking bone broth, all of it is useless if you're still eating inflammatory oils. You have to cut them out completely. So here's what you do. Make the human WD-40 smoothie every morning for 30 days. 8 ounces bone broth, half a cucumber, 1 tablespoon gelatin, 1/4 cup blueberries, 1 tablespoon flaxseed oil, turmeric, and black pepper. Drink it on an empty stomach, wait 30 minutes before eating, and eliminate every seed oil from your diet. Read labels. Cook with butter, ghee, or avocado oil. In 3 days, you'll feel the difference. In 30 days, you'll move like you did a decade ago. Your joints aren't broken. They're just dry, inflamed, and starved of the raw materials they need to rebuild. You've been fixing the wrong problem the whole time.